Later on this summer, we could see a remake of the LEGO Eldorado Fortress, but I can't wait that long, so I made my own out of a castle, a blue baseplate, and a load of old minifigures. Hi there, I'm Brick to Rick. Welcome to my channel for LEGO ideas, inspiration, and instructions. If you're new to my channel, I cover castle stuff, pirate videos, and seasonal sets throughout the year, including free instructions, so if you like this type of content, please subscribe. I'm also on Instagram. Search Brick to Rick for more pictures and previews. So today's video was inspired by the LEGO Eldorado Fortress here from 1989. Now I don't own this set, so I wanted to make my own version out of pieces I've already got, the only stumbling block being the minifigures, so I managed to collect 3 on the left there from the internet and the 2 on the right from my friend Dave. The main build itself I think can be made out of a blue base plate and the contents of one creator castle, and this is what I came up with, my version of the LEGO Eldorado Fortress, my MOC. Let me take you through it. This is a rather large alternate build, including many features of the original design, including an entrance tower, jail cell, crane, and jetty out the front for a boat to moor against. However, the biggest problem I came up against was recreating this rather awesome raised base plate that obviously LEGO doesn't make anymore. So I had to make my own out of the creator castle, and this is what I came up with. As you can see, it's not quite as tall as the original raised base plate, but it does include rather nice coloured slopes and bricks, recreating seaweed covered rocks, and there's quite a lot of craggy relief on that island. There's also some plants growing out the side as well. In the end, I really enjoyed putting together my own raised base plate out of bricks, including some details like some water effects lapping up against the rocks. The next step was to create my own yellow jail cell with a door and a window. This was fairly easy, since the creator castle has also got a jail cell door. Behind it is the blacksmith from the castle set. The next stage in my build was recreating that entrance tower with a door. Now this is slightly trickier, as there aren't very many other door pieces, apart from that single brown one there, but at least it opens on a hinge which is relatively easy to put together, and over the top you can put some arch pieces. The next and final stage was creating that crane. Now this was the challenging part of the build, to make it swivel and also incorporate room for a rope or a string to pass through. Now this goes back to the tower over the top of the jail cell, and you can see a winch here, which I have to say is more form over function. Now in the instructions here, you can see a watchtower over the top of the entrance. As I was rapidly running out of bricks, I decided to use some of those lattice windows to create the effect, and I think it goes quite nicely, including this little area behind that to store some drink to have via candlelight. On top of that, I wanted to make some of those cannons. This was quite a tricky part, as there's not very many red pieces included in the castle build. I think I really pulled it off quite nicely to create a simple but effective cannon. This is the other cannon mounted at the front of the fortress, and as you can see it's possible to rotate it on a jumper stud. Another detail I wanted to include was a cradle for the crane. You can see it here being used to move that treasure chest, which is also included in the creator castle. From this jetty you can take items into this fort using this side entrance. It's the perfect way of sneaking things in without being noticed. To finish off my fortress, I put a well in the middle of the courtyard, a storage area for some food and weapons, and also a little wooden ladder up to the watchtower. From this elevated rear view, you can see that there's some rocky steps up to that tower on top of the jail cell. Now the final part of my build was recreating this palm tree from the original set. This was fairly easy. There were lots of brown parts and a few green ones left over from the creator castle dragon. Once my Eldorado Fortress was finished, I realised that I'd missed something out. A boat! So out of the spare pieces I had left over, I decided to make my own, and I only had enough pieces for one, and here it is. It's quite a nice little boat that fits alongside this MOC, but obviously the focus is on the island and not the boat. I really enjoyed putting the island together, especially the raised base plate. It was worth all the hassle, also including some of those yellow parts as well, to make it look like the original set. I think it really looks quite nice, and certainly makes up for for not having the original in my LEGO collection. So here it is compared to the original design. Obviously it looks a little bit different because it's in grey and not white, but I think that looks quite nice as a modern remake. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you like instructions for this MOC? Many thanks for watching.